Well, onwards across Aether. We'll see if I manage to make any progress in this clip, and just how long the clip ends up being. I wouldn't really mind if it ended up being less than 10 minutes long, considering how many nothing borderline half-hour long clips we've done already. Bloody hell. We've got a good amount of ground to cover just to reach an unexplored area, and it's not like there's likely to be anything really worth mentioning as we roam territory we've already been through, even if I end up stumbling across some minor upgrades I either didn't notice before, or just didn't have the equipment to reach at that point in time. Well, apparently we haven't translated our way through that door before. That should be kind of interesting, hopefully interesting enough for me to slow the footage down for a bit. Yeah, strength and vigilance, neither of which I've seen from your people our entire time here. Granted, that might be a bit unfair, but it's not like we outright saw any of the Luminoth fighting against any of the Ing. All we've seen are dead bodies and ruins. Granted, that tends to be all we see in the other Metroid games as well, but this franchise has kind of a space horror vibe to it. And while war can be horrifying, it's a different style of horror than what this series typically goes for. There aren't a lot of similarities between Hacksaw Ridge and Aliens, after all. I feel like I've said something like this before, earlier in this same damn LP. Not really surprised, we are 24 clips into this game, and things have been padded out quite a bit for a long time now. And the padding does not feel like it's gonna stop anytime soon. Oh yeah, this maze certainly feels familiar as hell. Very much doubt I'm gonna even bother trying to go for the health tank this time. Not that I know if opening the purple door is gonna take us to something more worthwhile, but it feels like getting to it would be very troublesome. Ah well, new room. Decent excuse to slow things down a bit as we figure out what's in it. It certainly seems more interesting than that little chamber that had nothing but a missile expansion inside of it. A large mining drill used as a weapon. That seems oddly common in sci-fi stories for some reason. There was the major mission in StarCraft 2 where we had to use a mining drill to kill plenty of enemies along with getting through a very durable set of ancient walls to grab an artifact. The major villain ship in the questionably done Star Trek reboot was a mining ship from the future that decided to really fuck up the past. Granted, 2 times of seeing it actually used that way doesn't really equal a trend, but I just found that interesting. More interesting than finding the Luminoth version of Daredevil laying dead in a random bit of sand at the very least.
Recording to logbook.
Ah! Wonderful! A random critter that can casually go from one form of reality to another. I really wish I could give a damn that the very fabric of reality on this planet is that damn thin. But that would require that I care about the fate of this planet outside of just wanting us to survive whatever it throws at us. How much of that lack of concern is because the story in this particular game is underwhelming to me, and how much is because we've seen plenty of adventures so far where Samus has narrowly escaped from planets and space stations being destroyed. Okay, I know we're probably supposed to jump on that thing, but I don't see how I'm supposed to land on it when it's going that damn fast. Right, jumping onto it when it's not moving doesn't really seem to be doing anything for us. least it's not a complete dead end for us at this point. I suppose we could use the cannon, or we could just use the speed booster. Right, more lore to scan. Right, more talk about the asteroid that started this all in the first place. So there was no way to alter where it was going to hit, but they at least tried. That's better than the Chozo on Talon 4 that just stood there and watched as the space rock with the deadly phazon substance slammed into their planet. And considering both planets we've gone to in the Prime games have been hit by asteroids filled with phazon, it's easy to imagine there's a bit of a pattern here. But then it's not really much of a surprise that phazon is going to be a central thing in the entire trilogy. Okay, so I assume we're supposed to raise the fan blade up while it's spinning or something. Not really sure what that's gonna do, but we may as well give it a shot and see what happens. It would help if I rolled in the right direction. Is rolling without the speed booster faster or slower than running? It's a little hard to know given the perspective shift from first to third person. Well, apparently we just barely made the window there. And now we've got a portal to explore. Or we would have a portal to explore if the fan blade was still low enough for us to actually jump onto it. Bloody hell. I'm sure what we did in here is going to turn out to be useful later on, but dear God, we don't have any means of making progress right now. Back to fast forwarding and hoping to keep my mind from going completely numb as we keep pushing forward in this game. Dear God, do I hope the Spider Ball boss is soon. I could use something other than the planet Aether to think about for a while, just to prevent myself from going nuts. Well, these things certainly don't do all that much damage if we run into them. They're just a minor annoyance, but considering all the other annoyances around here, it's hard not to groan even at something so easy to get past. Well, I've got an idea of how to move forward from here. That's better than being completely aimless. I just wish I could say with any form of certainty that we're going to actually go somewhere that has something worthwhile. Yeah, not worth trying to go to the yellow door until we gain the ability to open it. Anyway, time for some more lore. I'll take your word for it that you died with honor. All I see is your corpse, and it doesn't look any different from any of the other Luminorth corpses we've come across. Anyway, this guy's ashamed that he couldn't protect the key left to him. Well, I'm just pissed that they bothered with this key system in the first place. We already have enough doors that require special upgrades to get through, and various other obstacles that require various things activated on our suit for us to have that kind of crap to slow us down even further. I honestly was not expecting the dark beam to destroy that turret in a single shot. And apparently the light beam needs 2 shots for some reason. So we don't actually need the speed booster here, despite the smooth surface implying otherwise. Well, at least it got us into this small hole. It's not that I'm gonna go completely insane or something. And it looks like we've got enough room that I can add some more raw footage into this clip. I'd better brace myself for another long clip then. Right. Draining sand. Doubt that's gonna do all that much for us, but it's not like we've got anything else that feels like a major moment so far. And we gained a missile expansion for that. Better than nothing, but again, I feel pretty damn impatient this far into the game. But then with the number of 20-plus minute clips in this game so far, where we've gained little to nothing, I feel kind of justified getting more and more hungry for major progress, and it's not helped when part of the slowdown is due to the damn camera angle working against us for some reason. I swear, this far in, this game is just finding way after way to make me want to crown as we keep pushing forward. And, as always, I'm pretty sure part of the problem is entirely my fault. I'm the one who decided where we go at a given time, how long we take to either figure something out or just set it aside to potentially try to solve later. Right, forgot that there were Metroids loose in this part of the pirate base. And quite a lot of them just will keep respawning in this room every time we get into it. Oh god, are we going to have to go through the whole process of moving around the blocks if we want to get out of here? I was kind of hoping those blocks wouldn't reset, even if it wasn't a particularly complicated puzzle to solve. Again, this game is just absolutely stuffed with various means to slow us down in various moments. Oh, good. We didn't actually have to rearrange the damn blocks. We just had to remind the room to set them up the way they were when we left them last time. I would not outright call this hell, but it most certainly is a type of torture, especially from where I'm sitting right now. Maybe I just need to invest in a better and new chair. I'm getting the distinct feeling we need to move the blocks anyway, just to be able to reach the green door we're trying to get to right now. A spider ball track. I'm sure that'll be useful when we actually have the spider ball. Until then, though, there's no way to know just how useful moving that set of blocks was for the moment. I would ask what the point of that device to open up the hallways is, but with the sheer number of other things meant purely to slow it down, I probably shouldn't even bother. Well, since these Metroids just decided to break out of containment the moment we returned here, I'm pretty sure that means we're on the right track for something. It doesn't really feel all that worth slowing the footage down for, even if they're absolutely swarming us. Still, I'll take any evidence of progress around here, like water in a desert, downright greedily. Well, that did less damage than I was expecting, and we spend fewer missiles than I was expecting as well, but... And we get another missile expansion. We've certainly been stumbling across plenty of those around here, that's for sure. And it looks like we've got a lot of ground to cover if we're going to get anywhere else in this region that we haven't already been to. Good God! 24 clips into this game, around 26 saves along the way, and according to my drives, I have 53 bits of raw footage for this game as a whole. In terms of how I divided the game up as I was recording it, I'm around the halfway point. I was kind of hoping when I looked through that, it would feel like we're on the final push. Part of me kind of doubted that, but can you blame me for hoping? Just how many pirates have we killed on this planet so far anyway? And no, I don't give a damn if they're possessed by the Ing or just regular pirates. They are still doing a better job feeling kind of menacing than the Ing are with their monstrous forms. Though I suppose part of that has to do with the sheer momentum of how they've been portrayed in every other Metroid game we've seen them in. Their goals and methodology just fit this franchise so well. Still, really hoping that when Prime 4 comes out, the pirates, the Metroids, and the X are all going to stay in our past. Huh. How did I not read this bit of lore earlier? Right. The asteroid hit the ground and caused all kinds of hell. So the space elves thought that the asteroid had enough impact to physically shatter the planet and turn it into an asteroid field in its own right. Or perhaps that was just an aftershock from something related to the crash. After all, they did build those energy collectors and the temples that store them for the asteroid cave. Even if I don't really care for Aether as much as I should, I've got to admit the lore is still amusing enough as something to talk about. At the very least, it feels more worthy of conversation than fighting another batch of flying pirates. How many clips ago were we introduced to that enemy type in this game? And was I ever intimidated by them in this game, or did I just get too used to dealing with flying pirates back in the first Metroid Prime? If anything, the bullshit teleportation is more attention-grabbing than jetpacks around here. And once again, I come to a room and almost immediately start groaning at the fact that the map doesn't actually show the obstacle that prevents us from getting to a particular part of it. Even at regular speed, it wouldn't have felt like all that long to take those two out with the most basic of means. Right. Looks like I'm gonna try to go to the other side of that hallway we haven't been able to get into just yet. Good God, I should have just gotten back up the elevator and started working our way to the next major sector we have to deal with. But again, it's not like this game has done anything to give us any real sense of urgency. Good God, we've been in this same tunnel network before in this same damn clip. Oh, for fuck's sake, how did I forget this is a dead end for us at this point? Someone call a brain surgeon. I think I need a new model implanted in my skull. What I've got in there right now is feeling pretty faulty at the moment, and I don't see that improving anytime soon. Right. I suppose the next thing on my agenda right now is to get to the next nearest save point, take a break, and get a pint or two into me. At the very least, it's not like I've been doing anything especially brilliant here when I'm sober. I'm pretty sure the save point we're going to go to is the same one we used earlier in this same damn clip. Definitely Exhibit A for how I can be my own worst enemy in a Metroid game. How the hell am I still making mistakes like this when we've gone through so many other Metroid titles? You'd think just from sheer experience that I'd be better able to avoid these kinds of pitfalls, even if the 2D part of the franchise works under more condensed rules than the 3D part. And with this, I'm calling it a day for now. A day where we've once again made annoyingly little progress. Still, it's not like our time on Aether is gonna last forever or something.